When it comes to Ark, caves are everywhere, so we proudly present our solo, trio, and six-man caves with full base designs on Lost Island. Coming in for our 6-man, this can be found at 20.4 latitude and 28.3 longitude. And then, as you guys can see with this one, this is actually a pretty good sized cave on the side of a cliff with the waterfall going next to it. But coming inside, we're opened up with this nice, just massive cave with good lighting and lots of spiky rocks. And this whole thing is very flat, so building in here is going to be pretty easy. But building for a 6-man try, we're going to have a little bit of complications because it's actually a little too big. But we can see what we can work with, and I want to make it a good size, but not like overwhelmingly too much for a 6-man tribe to take care of. So let's see what we can come up with. I do like that we have water over there because we can utilize the water for like water raising and all that. But we're probably going to do a big turret wall right through here. I don't know where yet, but let's see where we can do it. Now here's the full base design. Now as you can see for the exterior, we decided to not put anything on the outside of this, as we don't want people knowing there's a base in here. Now coming in here, we have a few heavies, a few tech turrets hidden on the ground, lots of bear traps, and a nice L-shaped turret wall. Now this turret wall is guaranteed to keep a lot of people out, but again, as you like to say in the comments, oh that's an easy raid, it's an easy raid. So to all the people who comment that, it's an easy raid. But anyways, coming through here, we are opened up with this massive crafting station, and now the reason why we decided to leave it a pretty good size is for, if you're like running on like an Anki and Quetz or something, like for more of like official type servers and you need to come in here, you can use the teleporter and you can walk up, fill what you need, take stuff out, move it, basically make it super easy for that. Now, on this thing we have 8 indie forges, 2 replicators, 10 smithies, I believe 12 fabricators, 6 vaults, 20 chem benches on this side and 20 chem benches on the other one, 2 grinders, lots of refrigerators, 6 grills, 2 cookers, 6 preserving bins, and I believe 40 vaults, and 1 tech teleporter, of course, over here. Now, we were actually able to fit this pretty easily, so we decided to actually come back here and put a nice little egg incubating area. So we're using 10 egg incubators and a good amount of air conditioners, and that is basically the entire thing. Nice and easy and simple. Let's move on to the next one. And then coming in for our trio, this can be found at 85.8 latitude and 36.6 longitude. This is actually a newer cave, so you guys probably didn't see this one from the last cave video as it was not in there. But coming through this small entrance, you're greeted with a nicer kind of darkish little room, and this actually has 2 rooms in here. So you're greeted with this first little cave right here. So if you're looking to start building in here, there's lots of metal, lots of stone. You can really get a good base going in here if you really need to. Then coming down this little hallway, we are greeted with a nice second area in here which has a flatter entrance to build in, but also has a nice little area up top over here to work with to build a main base kind of thing. And it's really well, it's super lit up and works very well for really any size tribe, I would say. But we're going to be using this for a trio since we had a 6-man and we're going to do a solo. So this one's going to be built for a trio, so let's get right on to the full base design for this cave. Now as you can see here, we have everything on the interior side of this. We decided to leave everything on the inside to just make it more, visible that there's not a base in here. And we are greeted with some bear traps like usual. You guys know that I love bear traps. And coming through here, we have a little thing to block stuff like trikes and just some dinos that can fit in the entrance. And then coming through here, we have a decent sized turret wall, I would say, with a little bit of tech. Not a ton of tech on this one, so we wanted to keep it a little bit smoother, not completely tech filled that a lot of players are not going to be able to get to. Then coming through here, we have in the little walkway, we decided to use a few heavies. And now this part back here, turret wise, is a little bit deceiving because we ran out of turret We ran out of the turret range of the 100 turret limit, so this is based on 100 turret limit, of course, and we don't want to go over that. Have a nice little crafting station that you can, of course, expand, make it as big as you want. But if you guys need to build more turrets, I highly recommend not building this cave or equalizing them out from the turret wall. Now, coming through here, we have our refrigerators, preserving bin, our deady storages, a nice little vault wall right there, which also extends upstairs, our grinder, tech jenny in the corner, a grill, a cooker, refrigerator, and a replicator. Then, of course, in the middle, we have a transmitter. Now, coming upstairs, we are greeted by a little walkway with a bed, a good amount of cryo refrigerators for storing stuff, again, some more vaults, like I said, and a nice little egg incubator. But that's the full base design. Of course, you guys can expand this if you really want to. And also, this little railing thing here is because of the tech transmitter, it gets through the floor, and it's annoying. Now, coming in for our solo, this can be found at 70.4 latitude and 40.7 longitude. And then this is by far my favorite cave, as it's nearly impossible on the outside to even see this thing. And you have to get right up on this to even see that there's a cave here. Now, most would call this a rat hole, I still call it a cave. But I also, yeah, I guess you could call it a rat hole. I mean, it is a rat hole. It's a small entrance that opens up to a big cave. But I love this cave as it's deceiving. As you walk in, you think it's this huge, massive cave, and it's really not. Because as you come in here, it's actually a good size. I mean, it's great for smaller people like a solo or a duo. Now, of course, this is not always meant for solos. We just like to classify it as solo, because if you are a solo based on what type of server that you are on, like if you were on official, this is not a solo base, I'll say that for sure. But if you're on like a 10x or like a 20x server, this would make sense for a solo player. So we base our builds mainly on more of unofficial type servers, but we try to range them between 5, 10x, or 20x servers. Now, it's tough to hit that range in every single one of them, but I'll show you what I mean once we get onto the build. So let's get right onto this build. Now, as you can see, from the outside, we clearly made sure that nothing is visible from the outside, as we want to keep this one as hidden as possible. Then coming through here, we have lots of bear traps, some more heavies on the ground, and we decided to leave techs out of this, because this would be used for a player who is not using any kind of tech tier, which is nice, which I've seen a lot of players do like more bases that don't have as much tech tier, because it's easier to manage and easier to take care of. But you come in through here, it just looks like a big crafting station, but this is the main base. If you're living in a cave, you have no point to really build a full-on base, so we've decided to leave this one completely open. Now, for a solo, everything's pretty easy to access. With your forges, your grinders, fabricators, smithies, chem benches, your vaults, your cryo refrigerators if you're able to get them. Some servers have it, some servers don't, and that's basically it. But anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you're new, hit that subscribe button, and comment OCYT for a heart. But if you guys have any more suggestions for Lost Island videos or any other series that we should work on, let us know in the comments down below. We hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.